Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a 2v2 on Big Game Hunters, but with professional players. Speed is here, Scan is here. What the heck? They do play Big Game Hunters. They are on a team. Top right, we have a yellow Zerg. It is Scan. He's off racing. Left side, we have Speed playing Protoss. I guess that's how they challenge themselves when they're playing against people who are not known, like the Protoss player down here who's tan and who is named Jois. I guess white down in the bottom right. It is XiaoHuDie, who is a red Terran player. So, Big Game Hunters, man. We play Big Game Hunters on the stream on Sundays. Also sometimes on Fridays and Saturdays during the live games. And if you're interested in joining us, check out the live streams here on YouTube. They start at 11 a.m. Eastern on Sundays and around noon Eastern on Saturday. Also on Friday, starting at about 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So, check it out if you like Big Game Hunters. And hey, it's a Big Game Hunters featuring professional players. This comes along every once in a while. And RJB is sure to send me those. So thanks again, RJB. We have a pool first here play from our guy Scan. It's going to be a 9-pool opening. We've got a gate inside the main base. This is Big Game Hunters, a very, very popular team player map from the before Brood War was released time. Maybe it was with Brood War. Anyway, 1998 map, which again, how did we get so good with minerals and gas placement in 1998? I do not know, because most maps from 1998, you're like, here are your minerals over here, and here is your gas down here. Have fun. Ugh. So gas coming up from our Zerg player. We've got gas coming up early for our Terran player. Let's see if it's going to be Mech. Mech in team games as Terran is safe and reliable because Mech defeats Protoss, Mech defeats Terran, Mech defeats Zerg, right? And your little SK Terran does not work against other Terran players and does not work against Protoss as soon as they get splash damage out. So Mech it is most of the time for Terran players in team situations. Cyber Core, no need to expand here because we have 2 gas inside your main base and mineral fields with 20,000 minerals on them. So yeah, basically infinite money. These lings are out in about 2 minutes. That's what a 9-pool can give you. And hit that like button if you're excited to see Scan and Speed off racing on Big Game Hunters for you today. Man, I'm excited to see what they do. So, Matter Pylon here from our Protoss player, Jois. Jois? I don't know. So these things are like, let me help you kill this pylon, sir. I'm a good teammate. And I'll send some lings down here and see what's going on. And there are, let's see if there's a player here. And hey, there is. And an early factory. No big surprise. Macro hatch inside the main base. And yeah, 2 gas. Zergs are happy. The expansions have 1 gas. And 25,000 gas at that. And we are chasing this probe. I don't think Scan and Speed know where this Protoss is, but we will see them scout it soon enough, I feel like. So Speedlings zooming around. We've got a cannon tucked away behind these 2 gates. No cybernetics core here from Jois. And there's a cannon here and 4 zealots. 4 zealots and a cannon. Let's see if these lings are enough to bust the defenses here for our Protoss player. Let's see how Scan micros his lings. Okay, so never mind. We're going to go ahead and back out. He says, okay, I cannot break that. I cannot break this cannon placement and this many zealots with a 2-gate opening. And no cybernetics core. Oh, we've got a starport here. Maybe it's going to be a drop. Yeah. Got a control tower there. We got siege on the way here for this Terran. This takes me back to the days when I had 2 Korean roommates back in 2005 when I was in college, and they just wanted to play StarCraft all day. And I was like, hey, I like StarCraft. This is a match made in heaven, man. And every once in a while, it would be 3 versus 5 and the 5 computers, right? So 3 of us human, 5 computers on Big Game Hunters. And they taught me how to wall off with Terran against the rush the computers would send. And then, yeah, just macro and, you know, make siege tanks. And I miss those days. I miss those carefree days in college playing StarCraft on Friday nights with pizza And maybe a little bit of Coke. Not Coke Zero. I don't think Coke Zero was invented yet. That's how long ago it was. Speed. Saying, if you want to get out, you have to get past my Dragoons. And bunker with 4 Marines in it. There we go. Getting a tank and a tank drop. Okay, tank dropping the Protoss. Dropping the Protoss speed here. Again, off racing. But if you're an ASL qualifier, you are good and so good and elite good with every single race there is in StarCraft. Oh, maybe defense. Okay, defending his fellow Protoss with tanks. There is so much good teamwork going on here in this 2v2. I like it. I like it a lot. Cybercore down here. Finishing now. We've got a Stargate. We've got a +1 attack here for those Corsairs from our guy Jois. And is it going to be a Mutalisks? Lair finished. I think it's going to be a Spire. Here from our guy Scan. Scan, you got a Spire? There it is. Look at this. This is going to be a Spire right there. And there it is. Spire down at 6 minutes and 11 seconds. Making early lings here does set back your tech. We've got a Wraith. And oh, again, these Dragoons are like, I know you don't have an anti-air right now, Scan. Let me help you, says Speed, with some Dragoons. Dude, I can feel the love in this replay. Well, there's hate as well for the other team, but man, such love between teammates. I like it. I'm feeling encouraged by the show of teamwork in this 2v2 on Big Game Hunters. What's your plan, Speed? What are we doing? We got 3 gates, just Mass Dragoon here. Observers, because Spider Mines are a concern. And yeah, there we go. Got a Forge. No sign of Reavers here. Reavers could be good, especially against these Zealots, man. Reavers against Zealots in PvP. Hydra Den here as well. So we've got 3 gas for Scan. We've got Speed. We've got a Spire. Maybe that's just going to be for Scourge, for drops, or for Corsairs, because yes, there will be Corsairs here. And maybe he's going to go throw his gas into Hydralisks. Speed expanding at the 12 o'clock spawn location. Citadel of Adun on the way from our guy Speed. And I'm very interested to see where this is going to go. It just feels like Mass Dragoon all day long for Speed. He's got Dragoon, he's got range, he's getting upgrades for them. Well, he's not yet, but he should. Maybe get some upgrades for them, although upgrades aren't a huge deal. They don't rush them out in PvP. Eventually you want them, but for the most part I've seen Protoss, Pro Protoss in PvP be like, like +1's not really a thing you get super fast. Queen's Nest coming in, so he's just playing safe. He's getting upgrades for Hydras. He's got some Scourge. He's getting a Carapace upgrade for the Scourge, but he's getting a Queen's Nest here at 8 minutes. So I think he's planning on getting Defiler sooner rather than later, which I'm a big fan of, obviously. And then this has been a very chill 2v2 Big Game Hunters. Everybody is just macroing up. We are hanging out. If this was a game on my stream, I'd be like, come on, guys. Let's get this moving. I don't want this to be a 2-hour-long Big Game Hunters where everybody sits behind their walls and macros and masses up and then just kind of doesn't do anything with it. But these guys are pros. They're going to do something with it. So Corsair is trying to head over to Zerg Town. Scourge sees it, and there we go. Okay, 2 connections. 6 Corsairs remain. They got that +1 attack. It helps them kill those Corsairs. It helps them kill Mutalisks too. But no Mutas are in production. This is not happening. Dragoons are hanging. Hydras are hanging. And I guess it's just going to be Siege Tank Corsair is the play here. The Siege Tanks are covered by the Corsairs in case Mutalisks show up. But man, if it's a lot of Dragoons... I guess how do you deal with the tanks, though, is the problem when you're Zerg. He's getting a Hive. Plague on them is always good. Darkstorm can be good in certain situations. Darkstorm Lurker can be good, too. Let's see what the plan is. DTs on the way from our guy Speed. Is Speed getting DTs? Yeah. Nope, just kidding. It's Jois that's doing it. So, yeah, Corsair's just getting chased around by the Dragoons. Covering quite nicely here. There's the Hydras out. So it's a good anti-Corsair build we're seeing from both these guys. Yeah, trying to hunt for Overlords, and they get one. That's pretty good micro. I mean, it's 250 APM for XiaoHuDie. I mean, it's not terrible APM. These guys are going to hang, it looks like. Yeah, more gateways in production. Hydras have upgrades. Double Evo Chamber, getting a Carapace upgrade here, which is going to benefit everybody. What are we doing with the Hive tech? The answer is nothing yet. It's Lurkers, which you can get with the Lair. It's a scan, just kind of out to the middle here, see what's going on. Ah, DT gets up. Oh, the Corsair saw there wasn't any detection at this base. No! Scan! I know you're off racing, but dude, this DT is going to kill every drone at this base. That one got away, but 8 kills, man. 8 kills on this DT. Holy haralabob. Dude, one sunken. I always say this. One sunken, one spore. You can get it. Protect yourself against such dangers as DTs, but no. Protoss players, well, Zerg players are stubborn, and Protoss players are happy about the stubbornness. Still no real use of Hive tech. Like, the guy is not going for Hive at all. He's not going for a greater... Okay, he's going for a greater Spire. Oh, that was funny. I was going to say he's not going for a greater Spire, and then he goes for a greater Spire. What a guy. Dude, this is insane. This is so good. Big fan of this. Well, here comes a traditional mech. They're spread out well. They got a +1 attack on those guys. They are working on further armor upgrades for them. Corsairs getting some hits, but not really going down in number too much here. High Templar, speed lots. +1 attack on the Protoss units here. Overlord doesn't have speed yet, which is kind of hilarious. Is he going Guardians? But the Corsairs are so good against the Guardians. Kind of a big fan. And then speed lots against your Dragoons are going to do very, very well. Love this. Out of Jois here. Jois, whatever their name happens to be. And taking center on this map is a big deal. They're coming in. Psystorm trying to get those Dragoons. Hydra's going to get eaten by the Psystorm and the Siege Tanks too. Dude, Scan's in trouble. I don't like this from him. He's got Hydras, yeah, but against Psystorm and Siege Tanks, that is horrifically terrible. So 4 gassing, Scan, new gas coming up top left here from Speed, double available in that top left spawn location. They've expanded, and maybe that's not a good idea. Like, maybe that's not what we want to be doing. This DT does get wiped out. Obs shows up. Overlords do have speed now, which is nice. And Team South pushing up. Pushing in. Where's the Psystorm? Just kind of buffering, allowing the Siege Tanks to set up in position. There's the Storm on the Hydras on the right side. Hydras on the left side problematic. We got Dragoons pushing in from the left. Zealots pushing in from Speed as well. And jumping on top of those tanks with the Zealots. Hydras don't really want to engage into here. There's a lot of tanks back here, dude. They are very scary, but you have to engage at some point. You can't let them just sit up and take residence on your third base like that. They're coming in. The Hydras are dying. They're trying to take what they can. Psystorm of Speed's own on top of the tanks. They're a little more clumped up than they were up there. But I don't know if it's enough to kill all of them. Not even close here. It's pretty even in supply. Speed's got 106 supply. Everybody else is around 85, 90. Sieging up again. Yes, and Dragoon's not happy about this at all. Dude, are Speed and Scan going to get wiped out by this beautiful combination and composition from this Protoss Terran team? Where is the greater Spire tech? The Guardians are here. Okay, so there are 10 Guardians. They have a Carapace upgrade. Can they get in there and not get stormed? Can they get in there and not get killed by the Corsairs is the question on every Zerg's mind today. Where do the Corsairs go is the larger question. Here they are. Okay, so there are 4 of them. And here we go. Guardians swinging in from the right side. Good angle here. Now the Corsairs are getting free hits off on said Guardians. They got to fall back. The 4 Hydras are like, but what if we killed you instead? But then they can't go too far forward because the tanks are there. This is so dangerous. Yeah, that base is dead. Dragoons. Yeah, once the Hydras are gone, then the Corsairs get free reign. More Hydras coming in from the north here. Psystorm trying to clear them out. The Hydras targeting the Corsairs down as much as they can. Corsair ball is not looking good. A couple Hydras left, and they do manage to kill them all. The Guardians say thank you for sacrificing yourselves as they all die to clear out the anti-air that is here. The air-to-air, especially against Guardians, is problematic, and this Guardian group is ready to rock here. They're working on a +2 Carapace upgrade, which helps against Goliaths, which there are now from XiaoHuDie, and not enough of them. Not looking at it right now. Got an attack up the left side with tanks and vultures into the top left. Can they make that work? Tank down, tank down. The tanks are getting obliterated by the Guardian. Scan had a plan, and it seems like it's kind of working for him, man. Dude, this is incredible stuff here. Hydra, Guardian is a very typical campaign strategy for a lot of the Zerg missions in the Brood War campaign, but we don't see it in pro games very much just because, you know, Psystorm handles it and things like Goliaths and Siege tanks handle it. If you have enough Goliaths or you have enough Irradiate, for example, dude, he's just sending them then alone. Okay, he's got Goliaths. He's got a 1-1 upgrade on him. He has the Charon boost. He's going to come up and fight these guys. They've got a +2 armor, so 4 total armor here. But against the 24 damage Hellfire missile pack of these Goliaths, they are going to die. This is why the Hydras need to be here for this. The Hydras cannot leave them. Where did you go? Anyway, like, seriously, what happened here? Why are there overlords wandering into this position? Scan, what are you doing? Meanwhile, the Hydras are trying to get in here and shut this thing down, but the Dragoons are buying time. Is that a bad rally? I don't know what it was. Jois leaves the game. What happened to him? Oh, and now XiaoHuDie left too. Wait, what? What? Okay, so, like, yes, technically that happened. Technically, Scan and Speed won, but I understand Speed's at, like, double supply of anybody else. I get that. Like, he's got tons of stuff happening. He is doing very well with his Dragoons and his Zealots and stuff, but okay, maybe we missed something when all those Guardians were dying. I felt like Team South was in a great position when those Guardians were dying. Sometimes tap-out timings don't make a lot of sense to me. So here we go. So that's happening. He comes up here. Jois is like about 90 supply. Everybody else is like at 90 supply. Speed's ginormous. But, I mean, that's not insurmountable here. Especially if all these Guardians are dead. So he comes up, pokes around. He doesn't have a huge army or anything. All the Guardians die. He's like, it's a million Hydralisks. I should have more Zealots here. He's got some Storms available. He's got the 1 Storm available. This guy trying to get up. 62, 63, 64. More Dragoons pop on up here. Good snipe on the High Templar there, though. By Scan. 2-1 upgrade Hydras against 2-0-0 on the Dragoons. Yeah, so effectively, I think he just kind of loses this fight to the Hydras and goes, all right, good enough, I guess. But there were tanks coming up, man. All the Guardians were dead. The Zerg player was under 100 supply. You killed his third. I disagree with this GG vehemently. Like, I get it. Again, Speed is huge. Speed has 70 probes. Speed has 3 bases, all of them with 2 gas apiece. He's on 6 gas. He's got 1 million gateways. He's throwing up more gateways here, too. But, I don't know, play it out. Play it out a little bit, my guy. You still have a huge economy yourself. Look at all these probes. You're not mining out down here. It's big game hunters. Make another round of dudes. Send them up. Your guy was ready to go. XiaoHuDie was ready to rock with these tanks, dude. He was ready to get up here. He was ready to kill these Hydras. He was ready to deal with the Dragoons of Speed. And you abandoned him. You just abandoned him in the end. I disagree, sir. That is a loser city style GG, and I will not stand for it. To kind of find this guy. Although Zhao is like a Chinese name, right? Maybe this is a Chinese player, and he's like, okay, I know who Scan and Speed are. We're not beating them anyway. So he has this defeatist mentality, and then the Hydras come in and like kill all his Dragoons, and he says, well, that's it. We're not beating them now. But I mean, the third base died, and Speed doesn't have anything. Speed has like a handful of Hydralisks. They're not going to handle this many siege tanks. Oh, disagree. Keep up the good fight, man. That's what you got to do. You got to fight. You got to fight. You got to win. Not I, says the duck. So yeah, Scan 103,000 points. Actually had the highest point total today, probably because he made all those lings. 85 for XiaoHuDie, so he's in second place with point total. That feels pretty nice. 283 APM for him too. He had the second highest APM in the game behind Speed today. So yeah, Scan produced a ton of stuff. That helped that total. He actually killed the most stuff with the tanks. Nicely done. And those Guardians, man. Scan raised the most buildings. And an outspend here by Speed, which makes a lot of sense because he had all the bases. That's a GG. So, goodness gracious. That was kind of a weird 2v2 on Big Game Hunters, but we'll take it nevertheless. And that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered, a big game hunter's professional game. Don't see these very often, so I cast them when I get them. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.